How do? Today's video, it's not like RC related, however, it may be beneficial to some of you guys in the hobby who are into other things other than building, and that could be Lazer Engraving. A company, Wainlux, I'd never heard of them before until I received an email and then checked them out, but they kindly offered to send me this Lazer Engraving machine, which is the K10. It is only a small little compact unit, and I've never done laser engraving before. Well, I tell a lie, I have been having a little practice because I had never done it before, so I just wanted to familiarise myself with that a bit. Just comes in this little box. It is this small little compact unit, and it has this nice little screen protective thingy there to stop you burning your eyes and you putting your hands in and burning your fingers off and stuff. Comes with some tools, accessories, and your basic manual. Now, in this accessory pack, you do get some little pieces of card. These are for kind of calibrating the dot on the laser, and there will be a blue dot on there which will expand and go to a tiny minute dot, and you want that dot at its finest point to start. Now, to start, it does come with power leads and a USB to USB-C, so you can plug directly to your computer and away you go. However, you will need to download an app called Kontrol. I'll leave that in the description. So basically, to get started, you're going to download the Kontrol app. You're going to then plug in your power lead to the engraver, USB-C to your laptop, open up the app. Once you've got this screen, all you're going to do is click connect, and that will automatically connect your device to the engraver if you are using it wired. However, you can do it all via Wi-Fi with no wires involved, so you can operate it from your phone around the house, stuff like that, and it just makes simple ease of use. Now, once you have your account with the Kontrol, it opens up a whole range of features, more things in the parameters and more things to do with the engraving side of things. However, for this, I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration using the quick click start and create button, which will just take you directly to do basic stuff. And we're just going to do a few test prints on some different materials, some RC truck parts, because you never know, someone might just want to put some tasty touches inside an RC, but you're not going to want to risk doing that until we've tried that first to see if that does work and not melt. We've got the wife's chopping board. You can also try on a bit of glass. Yeah, it's open. Now we're going to power on the printer. And we've connected. And in here we have all various parameters and ways of operating the engraver. A lot of this is just mind-boggling for me, but there is basic bits here to go off and use to get yourself going. Once you start going through the Kontrol manuals and stuff like that, there is recommendations on what speeds for certain materials, what power output, how many intervals you're going to do. And this box here on the screen, that is the floor plan of your actual engraver. So if your image was to come outside of this box, it isn't really going to do anything. So you want to keep the image within this box here. So now what we want to do is open up the Googles. So now we're in the googly images of moon phases. That looks cool. Save that image, drop that on the desktop. Then what we're going to do is drag the image into the app. And then I'm just going to make that a bit smaller so we can see what we're working with. Because this is going to be engraved into wood, you are going to want, there's a little engraving times tab here. So basically that's how many times it's going to engrave. So if you do it once, it's probably barely going to touch the surface and you're barely going to see the image. So for this wood to burn into it, I'm gonna go for around 5 times. I'm gonna go in full 100%. Now to take the chopping board, so I'll put that in around the middle. Click start, and now that is engraving. And in here we are almost 25 seconds in and 2%. So we'll come back once that's finished and we'll try something else. So while the engraver is doing its fine carving of moons and stuff on the good old chopping board there from Russell Hobbs, I'll talk to you about a few optional extras that come with the engraver. Don't come with it, do they? I'll talk to you about a few optional extras that you can purchase separately for the engraver, one being the air purifier, the dual parallel shafts axis module, and the engraving positioning module. Burnt wood fumes obviously, and if you're burning plastics and other stuff, it's
I'd recommend a door open.
Yeah.
Cut me off that bit tighter.
Yeah. So where was I now then?
About the smells, the fumes
Right,
of it, and
bit,
plastic.
yeah. So the air purifier is basically what it says. On the back of the engraver there is like a small fan that emits all the fumes. It is burning wood, and if you're engraving on plastics and stuff, it's not really things you want to be like inhaling. I would recommend opening a window or maybe doing it near a door where you've got good ventilation if you're not interested in getting the purifier thing, but that's basically just a pipe and then you can run it out your window. We may start seeing smoke around here coming because, like I say, it is burning the wood, so it might start getting a little bit cloudy. The other optional extras are the rotary axis things. It's like 2 rollers and they go in the engraver. So you might want to engrave travel mugs, cups, maybe labelling up little jars for the kitchen and stuff like that. And that'll basically sit in the rollers while the engraver puts the print on the rounded surfaces. And your positioning module is like a little board that goes in the bottom of the engraver. So if you was, for example, engraving coasters and you needed that image in the same spot every single time, you would set up the little positioning tool, and that will kind of hold your coaster in the same place every time, or whatever you're engraving. Price point for these, they're around £150. So I will drop links in the description to Wainlux. We are now 30% in and 7 minutes, so we've got like another 15-16 minutes possibly. So I'll go make a coffee and then come back, look at the engraving and try on a couple more materials. So that's complete. Took approximately 22 minutes in total, and oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Right, so I just took that out for the moment, and it's come out really nice. There's one I did earlier, by the way. And so next, just gonna try this rear door. Put like a Kenworth logo on this one. Back to the Googlies, and I'll find a Kenworth image this time. The Kenworth logo there, that'll do. We've got the logo in the box. Engraving times on this, with it being plastic at the moment, we'll just go for like 2, and we can always add more later once complete if need be. 100%. Right, same process again. Just gonna lift the protective cover. By the way, if you lift that up in operation, it will just pause the laser, and when you close it, it will continue where you left off. So I'm just gonna pop that in there. Close that again, set up the parameters and start, and away we go again. That was a bit smelly being plastic and burny smelly. Let's see. Kenworth logo on RC parts versus Lazer. Oh, there we go. That's odd. It's missed out the K. But that's cool. So I wonder if that's something that I've done in the setting to miss that, but either way, I do like that in there. So you'd be able to like spray paint and then drop a bit of wash into the grooves just to give it a bit of depth. But yeah. I also did the coaster. We just put our daughter's name into that, and funnily enough it burnt through the coaster. It's just an old piece of glass that I just used for cutting on really, but it's etched it from the rear of it. It was down in the printer that way, but yet burnt from the rear of it. But it works in glass. That's basically just the quick basics of the engraver. Like I say, it's totally new to me. It's nothing really I'm personally interested in. However, for things like that, when it works, but for some reason this has missed out the K and half the logo, but I don't know. I could see myself engraving parts of trucks just to give them unique touches and stuff. But it could be aimed at anyone. But yeah, we've seen it work on the plastic, tested it on the coaster. We did the chopping board. We had the test piece on this bit of wood. I've actually done my table. And also a rubber cutting mat. I just etched like Scotty 555 babe into there. You might not be able to see that, but it is in there. And I've done a slate, which is in a plant pot. Various materials. Like I say, in the cut lab, the app manual, you will find in there like the parameters to set things up, such as how many passes, what power, what speed for what materials you're working on, whether that be stone, wood, plastic, cardboard, or even bread. But no, that's just the basics. Cool little gadget, if that's your jam. But for now, I'd say that is all. So, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao for now, guys. Don't forget links and everything else and all that for this Wainlux K10 in the description box down below. Ciao.